Breaking news. Ford has just announced the F-150 Lightning is dead. Welcome back to RevFeed. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and let's dive in. On Monday, Ford officials confirmed that the Ford F-150 Lightning is officially dead and will no longer be in production. According to Andrew Frick, who is the president of Ford Blue and the Ford Model E, we actually ended production of the 2025 model year Lightning just this month. So because of declining sales, and I'm sure this is seen in all around the car community and dealers and buyers everywhere, because of low sales, they decided earlier this month the Lightning would be no more. This was in response to a lot of the market realities and customer preferences. Production will not resume for future models, ending the Lightning as a model in the Ford lineup until the gas generator version arrives later. So jumping in there, we are going to be getting a gas-powered version of the Ford Lightning. So as many of you know, there has previously been 2 generations of the Ford Lightning with a gas-powered motor. The first gen had a naturally aspirated V8, and the second gen had a supercharged V8. Now, will this new generation F-150 Lightning have a base 5.0 Coyote? Will this have the 7.3 Godzilla that we see in the F-250 models? Or will this have a totally brand new motor? Right now, we have no information on what motor will be put into the F-150 Lightning, as it was just announced that it will be discontinued, but we can pretty much confirm that it will have a V8 based on the first and second generation of the Lightning from back in the early 2000s and 1990s. Ford has also said, "We have good inventories of the F-150 Lightning, and we'll bring back Rouge Electric Vehicle Center back up at the right time, but we don't have an exact date at this time." So right now, the Electric Vehicle Center at the Ford Rouge factory is currently down because of the stoppage of the F-150 Lightning. They said it will be back in production, just not with the Lightning. So another electric vehicle will be built there, which is also interesting and something we can get into in a later video. Ford also says they had sky-high expectations for the F-150 Lightning, which were soon to be let down by the lack of sales. The company at one point had planned for up to 150,000 annual sales, but the real number never reached over 40,000 units per year, which is off by 110,000 units annually. Ford has even said that the EV market has grown a lot more slowly than anybody had expected, but the Lightning still managed to be the best-selling electric truck this year, but because of the big gap in sales that they thought they would have, they're still discontinuing it, even though it was the best-selling electric truck this year. When the Lightning came out, Ford claimed it would start at $40,000, but delivered a far more expensive product that would usually cost between $60,000 and $90,000, which could also lead to the loss of sales that they thought they would have. If the truck was $40,000, customers could get into it as a lease at a low price and even finance it or purchase it at a low price, but instead being $20,000 or $40,000 more, it probably turned customers away from the Lightning and gone to other brands like GM or Rivian, and the target audience was probably looking to spend $10,000 or $15,000 less than the Lightning was actually costing, resulting in a loss of sales. And surprisingly, this news also comes not even a full 2 months after Ford announced a home power management program for the Lightning, which would allow owners in select markets to store up cheaper electricity during the day and even put it back into the grid. Now, this was probably a big announcement for Ford, and as a hopes to boost sales, which it obviously probably did not, which is why, again, we are seeing the killing off of the Lightning. Now, that is all the news I have on the Lightning right now, and I want to hear your guys' opinion in the comments. Do you think the Lightning will have the base 5-liter Coyote V8? Do you think they're going to Whipple supercharge the 5-liter V8 and put it into a new street truck Lightning that could be lowered with beefy suspension or even magnetic ride control? Or do you think it's going to get the Godzilla motor or even a V6, which I don't think people would be too mad about if it was like a street truck V6, but I think seeing a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8 or even a supercharged V8 or Lightning being brought back would be awesome. I think it would sell pretty well if it was priced reasonably, about in the $60,000 range, but we'll see. And I want to hear your guys' opinion down in the comments below. Also, a little bit of side note here, supposedly an F-250 Lightning name could be in the work, but that has not been confirmed yet by Ford, as this is only a rumor and I guess could be something in the future, but with the way the F-150 Lightning is looking right now, definitely not a certain thing. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, follow, and subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.